So I've got this kink in my neck, and I think I'm coming down with something, and the post-holiday blues are a thing, but I'm going to try to keep this high energy. What's up, you guys? Welcome to my happy place. So I have this story that I've wanted to share for a really, really long time, but I was unable to do so because the story doesn't center around me, and it's kind of embarrassing, I would say, and it's fair that the person who the story was centered around did not want the story to be shared. Until now. I was recently given permission to tell the story, and I am really excited because it's a doozy. But for the sake of the person who's in the video, I'm going to use a different name for him. Let's call him Jesse. Before I get to the meat of the story, I'm going to lay some basic background stuff out for you guys so I don't have to explain it in the middle of the story. It'll take 2 seconds. It's just context. This story takes place in senior year of high school. Jesse and I had gone to Times Square to hang out just for fun and had run into 3 very lovely girls while waiting online to get our makeup done at a free Sephora booth that had been set up in Times Square, and that's all you need to know, really. About a week later, I'm in school. Jesse walks in the door looking distraught. He calls me and one other friend over and tells us why he is distraught, and I'm gonna ask now, if you are not a fan of graphic material, please go watch a different video. Also, if I'm related to you, maybe watch something else, because family gatherings are going to be real difficult after this story. So, just for both of our sakes, anything else, please. Jesse informs us that the night before he had been Skyping with one of the aforementioned females while not wearing clothes and performing an act that some would refer to as masturbation. Generally, most people would refer to it as masturbation because that's what it was. And as Jesse performed this act with this girl via Skype, he was interrupted, rudely I might add, by his mother, who walked into the room and was displeased with what she had seen, understandably so, and she confiscated his laptop. Now, this distressed Jesse for not the reason that you would think. It distressed him because he had not completed the act that we had mentioned before. There had been no commencement, and that usually is necessary. Now, I had a laptop in school that I would use, and the other friend that had been called over lived kind of far away, so he had a dorm room on campus. And what Jesse was asking of us was to borrow both of those things for a brief period of time so he could accomplish the commencement of the act that had been aforementioned thusly. So we, as good friends, said okay, and we allowed him to borrow our possessions in order to complete the commencement. Fast forward 15 minutes later, me and other friend are sitting in the dorm room, had kind of like a waiting area with like couches and stuff, and we were just sitting there patiently waiting for Jesse to do the do. And like 30 minutes pass, and we figure that's enough time. Like enough time has passed that we should have received a call, or he should have come knocking, or anything. Like, just, we should have, it should be over by now. I should also add that during this 30 minutes, Jesse's brother actually stopped by the dorms looking for Jesse, and we had to give a very awkward, I don't know where he is, he could be anywhere, doing anything with anyone. Anyways, we go looking for Jesse. We go to the dorm room, and we very carefully knock on the door, and there's no response. And we open the door, you know, very carefully, like calling his name and like kind of like not really looking, trying very hard not to traumatize ourselves. And he's not in there. The laptop is open, and we figure, oh, he must have just, you know, I guess finished and didn't know where we were, so he left. So I walk over to the desk to collect my laptop, and I close the laptop, and all of a sudden from behind me I hear a, "No!" And I turn around, and I see Jesse's face, just crestfallen, and he holds in his hand a wad of tissues. And I see that he is looking at the ground. And I look to the ground. And I realize that I am standing in a puddle of semen. There's no sugarcoating that. I am standing in a puddle of semen. I should also add that I was wearing my favorite boots. I was wearing combat boots that day, and I loved them very much, and I never wore those combat boots again. There's not really much more to the story. My friend Jesse came on the ground and I stepped in it. And that's what I get for being a good friend. And understandably, for a very long time, Jesse didn't really want me to share this story, but he recently gave me permission, so now I can vent about it. That is what happened. I ruined a very nice pair of shoes that day, but I think we all became closer as friends. Anyways, if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. I come out with a video once a week, and hopefully the next one will be less graphic than this. From my happy place, I'm Zach. Now go away. Ha! Commencement. Just hit me. Commencement. That's funny.